Hello, friends, and welcome into another episode of Outreach Radio Chicago. I'm your host, Michael Mercado, and I want to thank you so much for making us a part of your day. On today's show, it's one of our favorite groups of people from the Heart of a Marine Foundation. Barbara Matsoukas and Roy and Georgette Frank join us to talk about all the awesome work they did in 2016 and all the work they have coming for us in 2017 to help all those that served in our military. They are some awesome people. I love having them on the show. I hope you guys stick around to listen to that in just one moment. Don't forget, though, you can follow us everywhere in the universe. We're on Twitter at mmercado2333. Like the radio show page on Facebook at Outreach Radio Chicago. I'm on Instagram. Follow me at Mike Mercado2333. Don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube /Mike Mercado2333. And you can see all our cool past episodes of Outreach Radio Chicago. And we have the website, mercadoairwaves.wordpress.com. And brand new to us, we have a Patreon. So basically go to patreon.com /Mercado Airwaves and you can become one of our Patreons. For $3, you will get exclusive interviews with UFC legends, UFC fighters, UFC champions, along with some local and national celebrities, like our interview with David Farrier, the director of the Sundance film Tickled. And we have some other really cool stuff down the pipeline in 2017. So please check that out. Patreon.com /Mercado Airwaves. Donate $1 or $3 for some cool exclusive stuff. Barbara Matsoukas, Roy, and Georgette Frank join us next from the Heart of a Marine Foundation. Stay tuned, guys. Welcome back. Happy holidays.
Thank you. Thank you. Same to you. I can't believe it's the end of another year.
How's 2016 been treating you guys?
Oh, everything's been going very well.
Yeah,
thank you. We keep chugging on, and as we like to say, the Heart of a Marine Foundation is not pigeonholed into any one service to our veterans. So this is the good news and the bad news. The good news is, we can assist and serve our veterans in a myriad of ways and whatever they accommodate. The bad news is we always got our ear to the ground and we're always kind of moving, we're like octopuses, octopi, we got like a 1,000 tentacles out there, because we have found that as more and more veterans come back after their time in conflicts, their needs are changing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fluid picture. Where we would have not talked about homeless veterans 10 years ago, now they are a priority on our list of things to do. So, we find new and other ways to serve them in that capacity, to get them on a path road to independence, where, and then we always keep up with our aphasia project and trying to get people who are veterans who have traumatic brain injury the help they need. So, we got one foot in the past and looking to the present. So we're constantly moving, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
We just hope that we can reach all the veterans that we need to reach. Mm-hmm. We were doing our hat, glove, and scarf drives mm-hmm. for our homeless veterans in the winter. There are a lot of veteran centers that can use those hats, gloves, and scarves. And so early on, we're always, getting everybody together to make those donations possible. So, yes, and we did. We did make those donations
Awesome.
We did. We had... We did. Not only did we do hats, gloves, and scarves, but we also ponied up some hand warmers, 1,400 hand warmers for homeless veterans, too, as well. So we were able to get those in the hands that were needed, no pun intended, but we were able to get those to people that were in need of that. And here we are looking forward to 2017. Oh, my.
It's crazy. Guys, you guys got this new logo. I'm looking at it right now, the Veterans First over the hearts. Is this is where that kind of transition has come from, not only just helping out active service members, but the ones that get ignored, that fall through the cracks?
Well, I'm going to let Georgette Frank is with us today.
Oh, Georgette. Oh, my goodness. Georgette, welcome to the show. About time.
She is going to address that issue. So I'm going to let Georgette take that one.
Awesome.
Okay. Yeah, Mike, we, quite honestly, I had been thinking about this for a while, and I recently retired from my day job.
Congratulations.
Well, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I think I'm working harder now. When I was doing two jobs, working with Roy and Barbara and trying to keep up with them, if you will, and I'm sure you can understand that.
Good luck.
Yeah, thank you. I need it. We look at this, and I know that, we've always said serving our most deserving. And with the general news going on and so many needs that our veterans have, kind of rethinking where we are and what we're doing, the term "our veterans need to be first" kept coming to my mind and coming back and coming back and coming back. And I invited Barbara out for lunch, and we sat, and I threw a few ideas out to her, and this was one of them, that we change our logo to say "Veterans First." It's time we all put veterans first, not just the Heart of a Marine Foundation, but in our, if you will, in our small way. Mm-hmm. It's a way of bringing it to the attention of the general public, mm-hmm. or anyone that looks at our website or picks up one of our trifolds. We will continue to strive to put our veterans first and put their needs in front of, as I term it, our general population. You know, our civilian population doesn't always realize the needs mm-hmm. of our veterans. So I'm hoping that by changing our logo and just really making a very strong statement that our veterans need to be first, that perhaps we can enlighten some people.
Georgette, why do you think that is, though? Last time I had Roy and Barbara on, they kind of got into it a little bit, but in your opinion, especially this being the first time on the show, why do you feel that some of the most important people in our lives that protected our country and veterans get ignored? Where do you think the disconnect is between this common civilian and the military family?
I just think they're the forgotten people. Mm-hmm. I think they're so taken, we just take them for granted. Right. They are there. They're doing what they need to do. The war wound down. It's not in our part of whatever conflicts are going on right now, mm-hmm. are not publicized. And when they are, they're not really publicized in a positive light. So the John Q. public doesn't really even understand what's going on or the plight of the veterans' families. And they need our support, those that are coming back, those that are falling through the cracks, the ones that are becoming homeless. Mike, it rips my heart out.
Yeah,
it absolutely rips my heart out. Mm-hmm. When we look at the state of the VA mm-hmm. and the things that are going on there, there's got to be more we can do. And the only thing that I can think that we can do is just keep it in front of people and discuss it when we can. Opportunities like this. This is what we're doing for our veterans, our homeless veterans. They need shelter. They need warmth. They need caring. They need facilities. They need to be, their medical care needs to be better. We just need to do it, Mike. We need to do it. And I'm proud to say that this is what we're doing in Phil's memory. This is our living memorial to him, taking care of his brothers and sisters as best we can and raising the awareness. I'd stand out on a street corner if I thought anybody would listen to me, but, I don't think they would. I say when I identify myself to anyone as a Gold Star, they want to come up and shake my hand. They think it's like, when you're a kid and you're in school and you do a good paper, excuse me, you get a Gold Star. Wow. No.
That doesn't work that way.
That's my answer. No.
Yeah.
Let me explain to you what that means. And then they're taking a bet. I mean, they don't know what it means.
Do you guys think, though, like you guys have done all this awesome work over the last 10, 11, going on 12 years, I think now, and with all the support that you guys get locally and then all the hard work and tender loving care you guys put into this, do you feel that the politicians, and I know that's a dirty word, politicians, but do you need to go to new levels and to make sure that this not only stays in the public forefront, but stays in the political forefront, that we need more political help? We need somebody who's on that type of power to say, yes, this is an important thing. It may not be mainstream. It may not be sexy, but we need to take care of our own.
Michael, let's just back up on something you said right there.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know we have been a foundation, a military foundation in Elk Grove Village since 2005.
Wow.
And yet there are people who have lived in Elk Grove for years and years and years, have no idea that we even exist. Mm-hmm. We can approach businesses, do a day for us, do this.
People will do, and people will know what interests them.
Exactly.
Yeah. And, we are in the local papers. We do get out and we support our community as our community supports us. It's not like we're hiding under a rock. But people will hear about us, they know about it, and they'll go, oh, that's nice.
Right.
And until they need us, and until then, all of a sudden, their son, their grandson, somebody in their family goes into the service, is accepted at one of the academies, something affects their life. Then the light bulb goes off, and they'll go, oh, I remember this foundation that was over there. And that's fine. We will welcome you with open arms. We'll tell you what we can do. We'll even share with you a few things that we can't, that are out of our realm. But even in a town as small as ours, if something is not of interest, I guess, if it doesn't affect you personally, it's kind of a non-issue. I don't want to beat anybody about the head.
No, it's so valid though.
It's the way it's just the way it is.
Because actually, it goes back to what we are. What we are is this isn't about the Heart of a Marine Foundation. This is about veterans,
right,
and the military. So we don't. It's a tough line. You don't want to stand out in the street corner and scream what the Heart of a Marine Foundation can do. That's not it. It is that we exist because there are veterans, and we still proudly serve all of our veterans, but we do place them first.
And that's the crazy thing, though. It's the evolution, the growth of the foundation that needs to be so that it could affect more lives. You have to be willing to say, hey, ego aside, like I wish the Heart of Marine would become the biggest, foundation of this. But if that's not the case, if all we can do is help these however many veterans, is that more a victory than however big the brand gets?
Exactly.
Oh, absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
We, for a while, I'll be honest with you, for a while, I used to belabor the point that we never got the national media, if you will, attention that other organizations do. But you know what? If I come really back to the grassroots of it, neither did Phil. Phil did what he did quietly, behind the scenes. He helped. He was there. Nobody knew what he was doing, but his impact was immeasurable in the lives of the people that knew him, that he grew up with, that he served with. And I've come to the realization that we are Phil. That's us. We're here. We're doing. We're helping. We're loving. We're caring. And if we never get that headline, that, recognition by national media, it's okay, because we are doing what we are here, what we're being called to do. And that is the most important thing to me personally.
Georgette and Roy Frank, Barbara Matsoukas are joining us from the Heart of Marine Foundation. Veterans First, one of the big mantras that they're pushing right now, and it's long overdue for other organizations. And, of course, the Heart of Marine is ahead of the curve, doing what they do best. Guys, 2016 has been a crazy year, especially in our country. How has the political, without getting into politics, how has the presidential election affected what you guys are doing and veterans in general?
Yeah, I think it's a wait and see.
Yeah.
I'm optimistic. I'm very optimistic to see what happens with the VA more than I think anything else. Personally, Roy, you may have.
Yeah. Well, there's no question about that. That I think that there may be a more practical approach to the VA rather than a political approach to the VA. coming up.
All we can do is pray.
And all we can do is hope and pray that, that the people in charge will take it as seriously as we do and do what they can to try to improve the lives of so many veterans that rely on the VA for all of their health services. It's to me, in my eyes, it's a sinful situation that a country like this, with all the wealth that we have, it just seems to ignore the people that make this country's existence possible. The biggest key to me, when I think about the military, is that 1% of the population is military. 1%, 1 out of 99, 10 out of 1,000. It's crazy. It's a minuscule number. Yep. But yet without them, I wouldn't want to see what would happen.
Roy, Barbara, Georgette, you guys are out here actually doing the work, trying to make the growth happen, helping out people. Can you guys spot out, though, when somebody is trying to latch onto your coattails for the wrong reasons,
No.
I don't know if they latch onto ours sometimes, and those people we can tell.
Okay.
Pretty much. If not one of us between, sometimes we sit around and discuss things, but we can do that. But what we can sense is, and we encourage people to do this, if you want to give your time, your effort, your energy, your money, your volunteer time, whatever you deem appropriate to give to an organization. And I mean the Heart of a Marine Foundation, any organization out there, any nonprofit, be it military or any of those causes, do your research on that organization. Ask questions. If they are a legitimate 501c3, they must have financial accountability. Ask where their money goes. What are the percentages of the money going? Ask questions to anyone. I'm not just saying that ask questions. Become knowledgeable. If you want to donate anything, even if it's of your time, make sure that your time is well spent. And everybody's got to make their own call on their own, whatever they deem appropriate, and for their money and for their time. Do we see some organizations out there that are a little, that kind of make you squirm, like your clothes don't fit? Yeah, we do. We do. And so, I just would personally not participate in those kind of organizations. And I just ask anybody out there to do the same. Do your research. Go online, give that organization a call, and start asking questions. And just be. It's almost like buyer beware.
Yeah.
Just be careful where you spend your money and your time. And like I said, do we see certain organizations out there that we kind of, your left eyelid starts twitching? Yes, we do.
We've had some meetings with people where we've all come home, gone to our own homes, and taken showers.
No, I bet. I bet. Guys, 2016, you guys did so much. It was a great year. 2017 looks to be even better with all the work that you guys have planned. I'm looking at here, the morale up, a potential relationship with Freedom's Path. We have the brand new logo. Tell me how much ass you guys going to kick in 2017?
Well, hopefully we'll roll into it. In a week we will.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of firsts in 2016 that we want to see how things play out. I mean, we really loved being able to present artwork created by veterans at our Veterans Art Show. That's something that was a first in 16. And, hopefully I'd love to be able to, do that for veterans again. We had 6 artists, and everybody sold something at the art show. It was wonderful. And anyway, we'd love to, just because it was new in 16 doesn't mean we won't do that again. I think we'd like to.
Maybe in 2017, if we do it again, Mike might want to do
that would be great. That would be fantastic. I think doing something like that would be really cool.
Mike, I'm just planting a seed,
She's a professional, guys. She knows what she's doing in this business. You see that? So we had that veteran show. People were able to see some of the crazy talent that some of these men and women have. And then on top of that, you guys are rolling into 2017. What are some of the plans? What are some of the goals that we're trying to do in 2017?
Well, we do, again, like I said, we'd like to keep fluid. We'd like to get our contacts out there and see what veterans need, what's out there. Like we are in a potential relationship with a facility called Freedom's Path that is a homeless veterans shelter on the campus of Hines VA. So we've just made contact with them, and so we're just beginning a dialogue, seeing if their veterans need anything. So hopefully, and if there is a way that we may be able to make their lives better towards independence, we certainly will. Morale Up is awfully fun, and we've done several events in the past. They were very well received. So once again, there is a need for this outlet, and what I mean by an outlet in Morale Up is this particular program will involve veterans, caregivers, family members, that kind of circle of support, and we like to give them a day off, a break. We as a foundation, they as veterans, face serious issues every day. If it's not medical, it might be financial, it might be homeless, it might be employment. There are some serious discussions going on out there. And this is a program that, you know what, we're going to let that go for 24 hours. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to take veterans, family members, friends, supporters, caregivers, and we took 200 veterans to a Sox game last year. And we might take the caregivers of some veterans to a day spa and get a complete makeover. And then take them out to dinner. And just for a moment, take a deep breath, regroup, recharge, relax. And, tomorrow, the next day, we'll bring the serious issues again. But for just a time, let's just be grateful we have one another and have some fun. And so we've done that in the past. We've seen how popular these events are, how much needed. You yourself, how about it, Mike? How about if somebody paid for a round of golf for you?
Ooh, that'd be nice, or a slice of pizza. I'm an easy man.
Off of work and take a long weekend. Something. Then that's what we want to do for these guys too. Just because they are veterans and they may be in medical treatment or they may be looking for work, yes, that's an important thing, and you need to keep focused. But somehow you even go back to that. You go back to that priority, even with a sharper focus. If you're able to take a deep breath and know that, you get a nice meal or a nice dinner a night before or something. You just
peace of mind. You every day. Your problems aren't going to disappear in one day.
We will expand. I'd like to expand this Morale Up. And I'll tell you what, when we approach outside businesses or facilities, when we tell them what we want to do, maybe it is give a couple of foursomes, a couple of rounds of golf at a local course, or just take them out for a dinner somewhere, or do something special. It's amazing how the business owner or the facility manager, whatever it may be, they're very, very welcoming and warm to do what they can, because I think they sit in their businesses and go, well, what can we do?
Right.
I'd like to do something, but I work at a golf course. I work at a day spa. Well, what is that? Well, I don't feel like I can do anything. But when you tell them, are you kidding? Who wouldn't like I want a massage right now. Give me one. If somebody wanted a massage. But anyway, so we're looking to expand Morale Up and expand it to, more sporting events, get them more involved in their communities that way as well, and do that. And, and again, back to the homeless veteran shelters and getting the rubber on the road and seeing what they need to make their lives better. We've got our work cut out for us. We always do. Mm-hmm. And then what'll happen? We'll be on a track, and then all of a sudden, got to go left. Something will happen, and somebody will say, "Hey, did you hear about this?" And we're like, "No, we didn't know." We'll find it. We'll hear of a need, or we'll hear of a something veterans are in need of or they want to do or something, and then, okay, we'll just make a left.
God, you guys are amazing.
Go down that path.
I know you, and you guys will take a left turn, go underwater on top of a mountain. Guys, I can't believe it. We've already, we're at almost a half an hour. This is unbelievable. Only with you guys. You guys always do this to me. Barbara Matsoukas, Roy and Georgette Frank, the Heart of a Marine Foundation. Go to heartofamarine.org. Remember, it's veterans first. I think it's a great mantra. It's a forefront leader of making sure we take care of the people that came back home, who have protected us, who have made this the greatest country in the world. Despite all our problems and differences, we're able to sit here and talk about half an hour to try to help these people. And that's a blessing. That's a great thing. And to get to do it with you guys, it's always an honor and a pleasure for myself. I sit here every day when I'm doing radio shows, whether I'm doing interviewing athletes or celebrities. And then I think, wow, I have it pretty good. And I'll drive by. And a little side story, my girlfriend drove by and saw two homeless guys. I don't know if they were veterans or not, but we saw two homeless guys. It was a day it was negative 20 degrees with the windshield. Went to the Salvation Army. We bought, I think, 6 coats. And she started giving them out. And it really struck me then. It's how many people drive by these guys every single day? How many walk right by them and without a second thought in the world? Instead, they're worried about what the next episode of The Walking Dead is going to be about.
Yeah, right.
I'm guilty of it. I'm guilty of it. And every time I talk to you guys, time I talk to you guys, though, my belief in humanity is restored. Because I do believe there's still good people out there.
Oh my God.
So you guys are the best. Is there anything you want to tag before you guys head out, before I let you guys free?
Boy, I hate to pass that up, but I don't know. We talked about everything.
Challenge 22.
Hey, Challenge 22.
Challenge.
No, go ahead. The thing with push.
Oh, well, that's something that we're in. Well, I'll tell your listeners, and this too, in this area in Schaumburg, there is a fitness competition called the Fittest Loser, and they're in their 9th year. It's a take on The Biggest Loser.
Yeah.
And I can send you information, Mike.
Please.
It's a local. It is actually sponsored by the Daily Herald and Assurance Insurance, and it is run by an organization called Push Fitness out of Schaumburg. Those are the physical trainers. Well, they've done this competition for 9 years. This will be their 9th year, and it is a weight loss competition, but it also is a health-driven competition. It's not who can lose the weight, but it's leading a healthy lifestyle. This year's contestants in 2017, all of their contestants, well, there'll be 5 or 6 of them, are veterans. They only want to select veterans who are in need of getting their health back, getting back into shape, but it's really more of a healthful thing. And so they are taking applications up until January 9th. I guess you can go to the Daily Herald and find out about that. But anyway, so they are doing a veterans contestant fitness event, health event, and I'm going to meet with them early in the year, and we're going to see how the Heart of a Marine Foundation can become involved with them.
Oh, that's so awesome.
One of the ways that we will is a program called Challenge 22.
Ooh.
And Challenge 22 is a national initiative. It is not ours, but it is a national initiative to bring awareness to veteran suicide.
Okay.
22 veterans commit suicide a day. And Challenge 22 promotes the idea of doing 22 push-ups, 22 push-ups a day, and then not in memory, but in keeping veterans in the forefront in your mind, and of course bringing awareness to veteran suicide. Again, this is a national initiative. It wasn't started by the Heart of a Marine Foundation. However, we are in true support of it.
Oh, yeah, and for anybody not aware of it, it's if you go on social media, whether it's Twitter or Facebook, Instagram, it's kind of like the ALS bucket ice bucket challenge, where you videotape yourself doing the 22 push-ups, and of course, there's another great cause that you guys are a part of.
Yes, we do support that wholeheartedly, and we encourage anybody to look it up. Please be aware that 22 or more veterans a day commit suicide, and this is just unconscionable. So we would like people to keep those veterans in their minds first as well. So anyway, we're going to be looking forward to 2017 in a healthful manner. 17. So we will be working with these local fitness organizations with their veterans, and then also keeping Challenge 22 on the table there as well.
That's
Mike,
awesome.
if any of your listeners are offices or even a family, excuse me, decide that they want to do 22 sit-ups, push-ups, whatever they can physically do, and would like to videotape themselves doing it, they can send it to info. What is it, Barbara?
Info at Heart of a Marine.
Awesome.
Yeah, info at heartofamarine.org. And we will post it on our website,
Awesome.
on our Facebook page, so that let's get this ball rolling. And this is another way to bring awareness to the plight of veterans.
That's awesome. And anybody who didn't catch that, it's info at heartofamarine.org. And just in case if for some reason technology is crazy, you can't get it to them, tag them on your post. So like their page on Facebook at Heart of Marine Foundation, right? I think that's the Facebook page. Like them on there, and then that way you could tag them whenever you do your post. So whatever you do, just make sure that they're included in an email or in a post, so that way, we could get that name out there, and that way me and Roy can have our competition of who could do more push-ups. Roy, Barbara, Georgette, you guys are the absolute best. I cannot wait to have you guys back on the show.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you so much.
And we'll be right back on Outreach Radio Chicago. A huge thank you to Barbara Matsoukas and Roy and Georgette Frank. Amazing people. Don't forget to visit their website, heartofamarine.org. If you do the Challenge 22 sit-ups and push-ups, please make sure you send the video to info@heartofamarine.org or tag them on Facebook, Twitter, whatever you may have. Just make sure you like them at Heart of Marine Foundation. They do some awesome stuff, guys. Please support them. They're doing some amazing work that goes thankless sometimes. So from us here at Outreach Radio Chicago, a huge thank you to all of them. Thank you all for joining us today on Outreach Radio Chicago. You can follow me everywhere in the universe. I'm on Twitter at @Mercado2333. Follow me on Instagram, Mike Mercado2333. Like us on Facebook at Outreach Radio Chicago. You can subscribe to me on YouTube /Mike Mercado2333. We have really cool interviews with UFC legends, champions, and fighters, along with some celebrity interviews that you guys might enjoy. And we have a Patreon, so visit me at patreon.com/Mercado Airwaves, and you can become a $1 or $3 Patreon, and you'll be the first to listen to all of our interviews with UFC champions and our celebrity interviews. So please, patreon.com/Mercado Airwaves, or visit the website, mercadoairwaves.wordpress.com. One last huge thank you to Barbara Matsoukas, Roy and Georgette Frank. That's the Heart of a Marine. It's heartofamarine.org. Check them out, guys. They do some awesome stuff. Thank you all so much. Please enjoy the rest of your holidays. For everybody here at Outreach Radio Chicago,